Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over another team that I was using in Kanto Cup to some pretty good success. I think these games are around 3350. Just going to show one set with this team. I think I've actually only played with one set of this team as of this video being made, but it is the team I'm going to use today, so probably 5 more sets coming in. And that is Poliwrath in the lead with Shadow Lapras and Alolan Grimer in the back. So obviously 2 waters going to be a little weak to grass and electric, but I'll show you how I deal with those when we get to them. Alright, so we got to them really quick. So Electrode. Now there's no reason to switch into Alolan Grimer here because you're going to get screwed if the Electrode lives long enough. If the Electrode switches out, and then you have 2 water types. So we go ahead and catch this discharge here on Alolan Grimer, and then we also don't care if they throw again, which he is going to throw again, because at this point Alolan Grimer's kind of done his job as far as we've already pretty much defeated this electric type, and our water types, well, seemingly are going to run wild in the back. So alright, it is Kanto Ninetales, so going to want to come back in with Poliwrath after this, I'm pretty sure, because it is neutral damage to the Lapras, being the fire type, versus a water and ice. They end up coming in with the Hypno. I decided to throw the Scald just in case we can get the attack debuff, and then come in with the Lapras. So we don't get the debuff, but coming in the Lapras here, we have a shield advantage. Probably going to want to just go straight Surfs, but I do want to have a little bit of energy going into the Kanto Ninetales matchup as well, considering the Surf is going to be super effective, and then Shadow Lapras, and then I can't remember if it's Shadow Ninetales, but I assume that it is. So I actually end up going for the Skull Bash here, and then just going to take this and then farm down, save that shield for Poliwrath in the back, and then I'm 1 away from this Surf here, which is obviously going to KO Ninetales if it hits. If the timer is up, I should switch as soon as I can, and then we'll just shield this next move for sure. So Ninetales, I think, can be running Overheat, which is definitely something to be worried about, as I have been overheated already once or twice in Kanto Cup. So definitely remember that if you haven't seen one in a while. All right, game 2. Poliwrath into Magneton, so another electric lead. Now it is Shadow Magneton, so we're doing super effective mud shots, and the way I'm going to play this out is actually just 2 shield farm all the way down. Since it is Shadow, it is taking an absolute ton of damage here. Look at that, and there's really no reason to throw a move. I just want to save my moves for the next matchup, where I can hopefully pull back at least one of these shields, and they do end up coming in with the Hypno. I decided to throw 1 Scald here. And then I'm going to switch into the Alolan Grimer. I still have 1 available. We'll actually go for both to try to get the shield. It makes sense. And then come in with Grimer. And we did get the attack fall there. And now we're lagging out. But, yeah, nothing really to shield here. Focus Blast is the most worrying thing. It could be. They actually go for Shadow Ball, which doesn't make that much sense. Any of the punches would be doing neutral. Shadow Balls is resisted. Maybe they thought we just had regular Grimer here, or Kanto Grimer, rather. I want to throw this before they get to a move, just so that I can actually do some damage to the thing in the back, and possibly get the Crunch debuff while I'm at it. It is a thing to note that the Magneton still has, like, probably about 7% HP in the back, 5 to 7%. I actually tried to catch here. Didn't end up catching, but we end up taking that out, and then I'm going to go for this, but we CMP tie, and we lose on CMP here. So I actually tried to outplay. I thought they would switch instantly once they saw the Lapras, but they didn't. But, you know, no guts, no glory. Sometimes you have to go for the plays that you think are going to happen. Didn't happen this time, but going to keep doing that. More often than not, I think they would be going for that. Sorry, I had to delete a portion of that video because there was a personal message in there. So definitely keep on the turn off the notifications there. All right, Mew and Grimer. Obviously, this is pretty good for us. Only thing is, Wild Charge actually does hurt a lot. I didn't think you'd actually go for it here. So interesting hit there. And then I decide right here I'm going to just go for the farm down and a shield. So hopefully I can try to gain back this shield with 2 crunches or possibly 2 Sludge Bombs as well. Maybe even 3, considering we have a little bit of HP. Depends what they have left. They do end up coming in with the Lickitung, so I am going to throw all this energy at the Lickitung, try to get this matchup down. Odds in the back that it's Hypno are probably pretty high, and I probably should have saved this Grimer more, considering that. Yeah, and it was Hypno in the back. So this is actually going to be super tough for me to win this. We'll obviously shield once, and then we can decide whether or not we're going for the Skull Bash or the Surf. We are a Shadow into a Shadow, so maybe the Surfs are just a little better. So yeah, you see I'm going for the Surf here. But they do have 2 shields, and we have used our last shield. So we're at a huge disadvantage here. But I do think I could take both of these shields. The only question is, can I get to a Scald in time? And I guess we're just going to leave Lapras in here to take a Thunder Punch. Then I'm going to switch if it doesn't KO, but it definitely should unless they undercharge. And then I should be able to get to a Scald here. We'll live this Thunder Punch. The opponent tries to catch. I actually end up not throwing the move. I should have gone for maybe one more. Yeah, I should have gone for one more Mud Shot, but the problem is they were at energy. And they might have gotten there. One more Mud Shot might have won me that game, but it would have been close. But I should have read the line a little better while in the game. Even it's funny because outside the game I was like, oh, it's definitely Hypno in the back. But didn't think about that too much in the game. But yeah, that is what it is. So this guy throws right at 6. That means he can't be at a Power Whip. So if you're going to be throwing, at least make sure that you're baiting the Power Whip there. Otherwise, I'll be able to CMP onto the second one and win without shielding at all. So they actually would have caught there, but it refunded me my move. Pretty lucky for me. This matchup, though, we're a little down on energy, and they are super fast to get to energy. And I think that a second Frenzy Plant will actually KO me. Actually, just going to go straight for the Sludge Bomb because there's almost no way they shield this. And even if they do, we probably will shield. And then, unfortunately, it lives at 1 HP, but that's fine with me. I think I'm going to come in with the Lapras, try to get a little bit of energy advantage on the Shadow Lapras. Remember, any energy advantage on Lapras is huge in this cup. With a little bit of energy advantage, you do end up winning a lot more of your matchups. So that is good to note. They actually end up... Whoa, I was about to say they have their own Lapras. No, they have Dugong. So this is a great matchup for me. Not going to have to shield anything. They're going to have to shield these Skull Bashes. We also have to remember we're at a move still on Poliwrath. So I think at some point I'm either going to charge up to a Skull Bash and then swap, or I'm going to wait for them to throw their energy to where they don't have an Icy Wind, swap, try to get that shield with a Dynamic Punch. So I might even do it here. Yeah, I do it right there. So definitely throwing this. They're going to shield this for sure if they think their win condition is Dugong. And then they're going to switch out. But we do have a huge energy advantage. I go for the Scald just because, well, it doesn't matter. Both are going to KO. And then this Dugong's actually going to be able to farm me down, which is great for him. But I have 2 shields. I'm just going to shield the next 2 moves, go for 2 Skull Bashes, and that'll be GG. Even though we are going to be reduced by the Icy Winds, I think 2 Skull Bashes are just going to be enough no matter what. Like I said, again, we are Shadow Lapras, so you notice the IVs on the left side. Maybe you haven't noticed it until just now, but my IVs are pretty horrific on these Pokemon in general. My regular Lapras is way worse than my Shadow Lapras, but either way, my Poliwrath is god-awful. But I'm not unwilling to put some Stardust into this right now. I do have better ones that I could make, but I'm pretty Stardust poor at this point, so just gonna stay with these. Plus, the IVs don't really matter that much, I'm sure. All right, Lapras into Poliwrath is a really good matchup for me, especially if they have something like Ice Punch. I'm going to throw before they can get to the Skull Bash, but one's not going to KO either way. They do end up shielding. I'll probably end up shielding a Skull Bash here either as well. If they end up throwing something like Surf, maybe I can assume that they have Ice Beam, but they end up throwing the Skull Bash, great for us. They end up catching, and they have a Tentacruel, which is weird. So I could come in with Grimer, as I'm going to resist, but I'm going to be super scared of Hydro Pump. But I think I won't shield here because I think if they do Hydro Pump, I can just come in with either of the Pokemon in the back. Probably come in with Lapras if I'm being honest. because like I said, Lapras with that energy advantage is huge. And it does resist the ice shards. Even though the defense dropped, I'll still be able to get like 3, which is obviously this is an amazing lead for me. Ends up being they're coming back in with their Lapras. We have the energy advantage, so that's great. We're going to get the Skull Bashes off first. I guess we didn't have the energy advantage, so this is actually not fantastic. But Shadow vs. Shadow, yeah, this is going to be tough. I'm not sure what they have in the back. They do end up letting this go. So I know I can beat them with a Surf. So I'm going to throw before they get to theirs, just so if they want to shield, they can, which would be great for us. But now I think I can farm down. And I don't go for the Surf there because I want to go. I really want to go for this farm down. We are Skull Bashed to get that 1+ defense. So they end up coming with Pidgeot. And I think I can switch here, but I actually want to get one more Ice Shard of damage in. I could switch out, like I said, start getting that energy advantage. But I'm going to be okay with the Scald here. I just wanted to make sure that I got the extra super effective damage in with that 1 Ice Shard, so that we could have the biggest chance possible to win this game. All right. So, yeah, this team's been pretty good. Honestly, if you've seen a lot of the teams that I've been playing, a lot of them do have, like, Lapras, Alolan, Grimer in the back. This is the first time using the Shadow Lapras in Kanto Cup, and it did seem pretty good. I saw a lot of other people using it, which is why I decided to use it myself as well. But yeah, this team's working out really well. The biggest thing, the toughest games are against Hypno Lead, obviously, but you have a much bigger play against Alolan Sandslash, as well as you have a huge advantage against Licky Lick in the front. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you again so much for your support here on YouTube. I know this is 3 days in a row of videos. I'm really trying to post as many videos as I can, because you never know when work's going to strike again, and I'm not going to be able to show y'all the teams I'm using that are doing pretty well. And I really like to see the community thrive, and I hope these teams help you. They've been doing pretty well for me, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Just again, thank y'all so much for the support here on YouTube.